So, are you someone who's planning to come to the UK or Netherlands in the next 2024 and 25 intake? If that's the case, then this video is for you. Now, this video is something I'm making out of my own personal experience. I'm a dual master's graduate, one from UK and one from Netherlands, but I hope at least my experience helps some of you out there before you've made your fees payment so that you can decide better and exactly know what is it that you're getting into. So, with that being said, let's jump right into the video. Now, for the past 6 months, I've been interviewing professors, talking to students, and applied for over 100, if not thousands of jobs. And I have come to realize 4 important things. So the first and foremost thing that most of you will overlook is job experience. Now, if you are someone who is coming for a bachelor's, then you'll be all right. But if you're coming for a master's degree with no experience at all, no internship, and nothing to show that you have some sort of professional experience, then I would suggest think twice before actually making the fees, because there's a very slim chance of you actually landing a job here, because the market is extremely competitive. So with every intake, there are lakhs of students which are coming into these countries, and the only problem is you're competing with not just your intake students, but the intakes of the past 3-4 years. Now, all of them have taken up the graduate scheme or a placement and extended their time here without actually getting a full-time job. So these are the students who are actually competing with you along with your own batchmates. And if you are someone who has 0 to no industrial experience to show in your CVs, then you will not stand a chance in this market. Now, those of you who are not in the boat, who have no experience and have decided to still come in the 2024-25 intake, you need to have a placement here. Now, I personally know certain people who have actually secured placements. I do intend to put an interview with them in the near future, so make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed, and stay tuned for that video. But placement year is something which will give you an additional year to stay back, without which you will actually not be able to compete. So placement, if you do not have a work experience, can give you that edge to secure yourself a position. But the only problem with placement year is it doesn't guarantee a placement. The only thing is it gives you an extension on your visa. Now, a lot of students are losing their money in this placement year. I made a whole post on LinkedIn explaining the whole repercussions and what are the consequences of making a fees payment on placement before you've actually secured one, and how students are losing it. It's on my LinkedIn. If you want to check it out, make sure to read it completely. And if you have any doubts about that, you can comment down below, or you can even ask me on my LinkedIn, and I'll be more than happy to help you out. Now, if you are someone who is not into these 2 categories, then the third point is a very important point for you. Please make sure to have a backup plan if you are planning to leave without a placement year and without any experience, and you still plan to come here. And make sure to have a backup plan, and please try to ensure that you do not take any loans, because if you've taken a heavy loan, you're starting at a deficit already, and if you do not get a job, then you will be crushed under debt. So make sure to keep that in mind before making that risk. I know a lot of people who are going through that now, and they are so scared because they do not know how they will pay back that loan. Neither are they getting jobs, and they have to go back. So they are taking the graduate scheme. It's a gamble. You don't really know if the graduate scheme will be around for when you come to graduate, and even if it is around, you don't really have the option of getting a secured job, because it's not something without experience that you can get. And the fourth and the final reason, which something I want everyone to pay attention to, is you need to understand that you are not special. Now, this is something which is sort of a fallacy. Everyone who is currently sitting in India is very competitive. I understand, and you're in your home ground and you feel you can go out there and you'll make it happen, and you know that it is not going to be as competitive as India. This is something which I had, which is something a lot of students who came here had, and they all thought, okay, we are special, we can talk, we can do all this. So even without an experience, I'm pretty sure I'll get the interview, and I'm pretty sure I'll impress the interviewer in order to get at least a job. Even if they don't visa sponsor, I will pay with my own graduate scheme. But this actually in reality is not possible to do. Now, I will tell you from my own personal experience, I've given 4 to 5 interviews, and all of it I have got excellent feedback on. When I ask them for feedback, what could I have done better, they always say, you have met all the criteria, you have done really, really well, but the only problem is we do not want to visa sponsor you right now because the payment is very high and we do not see an ROI on it. So that is one of the main problems here. They do not actually want a visa sponsor, and the 4 or 5 companies which have the license to do it also do not want to take such a huge gamble, and they would probably visa sponsor if you have experience. So without an experience, no matter how special you are, it will not go in your favor. Trust me, this is something I needed to hear, and I didn't hear it, but I hope you learn from my mistake. I have always felt I could still compete and I could still do it. And that is a problem with us Indians. In general, we are very competitive and we feel we can stand out and we can make it happen. But it is not exactly possible to pull that off. You have to have a lot of luck in order to get to that. And if you're betting on getting lucky, then you're gambling with your future. So please try to ensure that you do not get into such a problem and try to prepare for that. So with that being said, I want you to make sure that if you have no experience, then at least have a placement or a backup plan ready. And if not, please don't waste your money. I would say get the experience, take out time and see what are the rules and regulations, how are they, if they are in your favor, and then make a decision to study your masters. Do not directly study your masters before getting some work experience. I hope I was able to reach out to at least some of you who actually understand how hard it is here. I'm going to be ending the video here. Stay tuned for my next video. I will try to interview a few of the students here who have secured placements. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you found it informative, and I wish you a best of luck for your future endeavors. With that being said, I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.